Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English. Today we are doing a lesson about the difference between been and gone. And don't forget, at the end of this lesson there is a quiz to test your understanding. So make sure you watch the whole lesson and then do the quiz. So, been is the past participle of the verb be. And gone is the past participle of the verb go. And we mainly use been and gone in the present perfect tense. Okay, the present perfect. So let's do a very quick revision of the present perfect. So for the verb be, so been, we have I have been to the park, you have been to the park, he, she, it has been, we have been, you have been, and they have been to the park. So as you notice, we have the subject, I, you, he, we, followed by the verb have in the correct form. And you'll notice it is have for all subjects except the third person singular. So here we have has, and all the others it's have. And the past participle is obviously the same for all of them. Okay? And we have the same for gone. So we have I have gone to the park, you have gone to the park, he, she, or it has, with an S, gone to the park. And then it's the same. We have gone to the park, you have gone to the park, they have gone to the park. So that's the grammar. That's the form of been and gone in the present perfect. So now let's look at the meaning and the use and the difference. So been and gone, well, the meaning is that they both describe visiting a place, visiting somewhere. Okay, so that's the subject. But there is an important difference in meaning between the two. So let's look at the difference now. Let's look at been first. So we use been to describe a completed visit of a place. So this is important. It's a completed or finished visit. So what does this mean? Well, it means that we visited the place in the past, but in the present we are no longer there. So the visit is complete. We visited the place, and then we finished the visit, and then we left the place. We are not there now in the present, but we were there in the past. So therefore we have since left the place. So we go somewhere and then we leave it. And in the present we are no longer there. That is the meaning of been. So what does this mean? He has been to the park. So this is the third person singular, masculine, in the present perfect. So what does this mean? Well, it means that he visited the park in the past, but he's not there now. Now he is back home. He's here. The park is somewhere else. We went to the park in the past, but now he is here. He is back home. He is no longer there. The visit of the park is complete. Okay? And we often use been to describe someone's travel experience. This is the most common use of been when we're using been to describe visiting a place. So this is it in the question form. In the question form, so if you want to ask someone about their travel experience, so obviously experience by definition is the past. So we use the present perfect and we say, have you ever been to Paris? Notice that we often add the word ever. And in this context, it means at least once, at least one time. Have you been to Paris? Okay. So this means in the past, up until the present, have you visited Paris at least once? So we only use been for this. But gone in this, for this use, is wrong. Have you ever gone to Paris? No, we don't say this. This is a very, very common mistake by English learners. This is why I have done this lesson today, because I hear this all the time from my English students and from all English students. Okay, so this is the big difference. For this context, for this use, when you want to ask someone about their travel experience, use been. Gone is wrong. This is a mistake. Okay? And the answer, to answer this question, we say, yes, I have been to Paris 3 times. Or, yes, I have already been to Paris. Okay? So we use been, again, obviously, in the answer. But we do not use gone. We do not say, yes, I have gone to Paris 3 times. This one is talking about completed visits in the past. I'm not in Paris now, but yes, I have been to Paris 3 times. I have already visited Paris 3 times. Okay? So this is a big mistake. We always use been for this use, not gone. So, when do we use gone? Well, we use gone to describe a visit of a place and the visit is not completed or not complete. So what does this mean? Well, it means we travelled to the place in the past and in the present we are still there. We are there now. Or perhaps we are still travelling to the place if we have not yet arrived there. So we're either in the process of still travelling to the place or we're already there. But the visit is not complete. Okay, can you see the difference now between gone and been? So let's come back to our example. He has gone to the park. So this means that he travelled to the park in the past and he is still there. This is the important part. He's there now, or he is still travelling to the park in the present. Okay, so the visit is not finished, it's not complete. Okay, so it's a subtle difference, but it's an important difference. Okay. So, when do we use gone then? Well, we often use gone to say where someone is and to explain why they are not here. So, here is an example situation. Imagine that you go to Jane and Mark's house. So you go to their house and you want to talk to Mark. Okay, so you're going to Jane and Mark live together. They have a house. You go to the house and you ask to speak to Mark. So here I am, and I arrive at the house and I say, "Hi Jane, is Mark here?" And Jane replies, "No, he's not here. He has gone to the supermarket. He has gone to the supermarket." Okay, so you see what this means? No, he is not here. He has travelled to the supermarket and he's still there. That's why he's not here. Okay, so he's either still at the supermarket or he's still travelling to the supermarket. But in both cases, he is not here. So this is correct. But this would be wrong. This is the wrong use of been for this context. For this situation, we do not use been. Okay? Now, let's suppose I decide to wait for Mark at his house. So I wait there with Jane, and we are waiting for Mark to return. So when he returns, or when he arrives 1 hour later, this is what he says. Hi, I have been to the supermarket. I bought some wine. I have been to the supermarket. I bought some wine. So now, Mark, he can use I have been, because his visit to the supermarket is now complete. It's finished. So Mark in his head is saying, I have traveled to the supermarket and that visit is now finished. I am now here. So he says, I have been to the supermarket. I bought some wine. Okay? And now this is wrong. Okay? He doesn't say, I have gone to the supermarket, because he is no longer at the supermarket. The visit to the supermarket is finished. It's in the past. He is now here. So I have gone to the supermarket is incorrect. The visit is finished, it's over, it's complete. So he says, I have been to the supermarket. Okay? So you can see that both words are closely related, but the use and meaning is different. And as I said before, it's an important difference. And it's a very, very common mistake for English students to confuse them. Okay? So don't make those mistakes. Okay, quiz time. 4 questions for you. And if you get any of these wrong, then I advise you to watch the video again. Okay, so you should get 4 correct answers here. Question 1. Okay, so here it is. And I want you to tell me, is the answer been or gone? And I'll give you 3 seconds. So the answer here is, I love New York City. Have you ever been there? Okay, so remember, we're using this to, here we are asking someone about their travel experience. So we use been. Question 2. I'll give you 5 seconds. So the answer is, David isn't here. He has gone to the cinema. He has gone to the cinema. So we're explaining in the present why David is not here. And so the answer is that he has traveled somewhere and the visit is not complete because he's not here. If it was complete, he would be here. So if it's not complete, then we use gone. Okay, he has gone. He has traveled to the cinema. Okay, and he's not back yet. He's not here yet, so he is gone. It's not complete. Question 3. I'll give you 5 seconds. The answer is, it's gone again. My parents will be back soon. They have gone to church. They have gone to church. So will be back soon. This is just another way of saying that my parents are not here. If they will be back soon, that means that they are not here. They are somewhere else. So if they're somewhere else, that means that they have gone somewhere, doesn't it? They have travelled somewhere and they have not returned. So they have gone to church. It's an incomplete visit. Okay? Question 4, the last question. I'll give you 5 seconds. And the answer is been. Yes, we love Madrid. We have been there 3 times. Okay, so again, here we are describing our travel experience. This is like, this is similar to question 1. So we are just simply describing in the affirmative our travel experience. The fact that we know the city of Madrid. We have been there 3 times. Okay? If you got any wrong answers, then I advise you to watch this lesson again and to take notes and then to do the quiz again. It's important you get 4 correct answers here, okay? Because these are quite bad mistakes if you make these mistakes. Okay? There we are. That's the end of the lesson. And here are some other lessons which I recommend you watch.